Hey there, welcome back to QuickBooks Desktop 2022. My name is Cindy and we are working now in Module 5 where we're talking about the accounts payable function in QuickBooks. Module 5 is all about vendors and we're down now to video number 5 where I want to show you the correct way to pay your bills in QuickBooks. Let's head on over to QuickBooks and I will show you how to get those started. Paying bills is easy in QuickBooks. If you look at your home screen, this is where you had previously entered that bill. And now what you want to do is follow the flowchart all the way across to the Pay Bills icon. Before I click on that, I just want to mention a couple of things. What you don't want to do is have a bill that you've entered and then come down here to either the write checks or the check register to enter that payment. If you just come directly to one of these icons, what will happen is the bill will stay open because it doesn't see an association between the bill and the payment. Make sure you follow the flowchart all the way across to the Pay Bills. Once you complete this Pay Bills option here, it will automatically put that payment in the register for you. I'm going to click on Pay Bills. This is a list of all the bills that you owe, even if you owe a penny. And you'll see that currently they're listed by vendor in alphabetical order. If you want to change that, use this sort right here. You can sort these by the due date, or if you want to sort them by any that might have a discount or a credit. You can see different options on this list, but we'll leave it sorted by vendor for now. You can also filter the list. If you're looking for a particular vendor, let's just say it's CU Electric, then you can actually hide all the other vendors and just work on paying these two. I'm going to go back and show all, and that's going to be at the top of the list. It says all vendors. Notice I'm also showing all the bills. If I just want to see ones due before a particular date, I can choose this option here. Let's say I've got a couple of different ones that I want to pay. I do want to pay CU Electric. Notice there are two bills for that vendor. I'll just pay them both. If you've got multiple vendors you're going to pay bills for, you can just check them all at the same time and it will write separate checks and it will create separate payments for each. Or if you want to do them one at a time, you could do that as well. Once you check those off, you'll notice that over to the right, it assumes you want to pay all of that bill. If you're wanting to make a partial payment, just change this amount right here to whatever it is you're going to pay, and it will remember the rest. Some of your options down at the bottom are to go to that bill. This is one of the few places in QuickBooks you can't double click on the bill itself. You have to actually have that bill selected and then choose Go to Bill. You can also set your discount here. If the vendor is giving you a discount for paying early or for some other reason, you can go ahead and take that discount here. You would type in the amount of that discount you're taking, and then you would have an account set up in your chart of accounts for that discount. And if you're using the class, you might have one of those set up as well. If your vendor has issued you a credit, you can actually apply that credit here. You would need to have that credit already set up in QuickBooks, and here you could set that. Here's the date of your payment, the method of your payment. It can be check, credit card, or bank payment. Remember that if you're using a debit card or it's automatically drafted, just choose the check option. To be printed, you would use this option if you're going to actually put checks in your printer and print these out. If you're going to just pay it online or maybe it's automatically deducted, just choose the Assign Check Number option and you can type anything you want in that check number field. Make sure you have the correct bank account chosen and then choose Pay Selected Bills. Now here's the check number field. When I mentioned to you a moment ago to use the Assign Check Number if you're using a debit card, you can leave this field blank or you can put the word debit in there, any code that you'd like to show QuickBooks what type of payment that is. I'm going to click OK. And now that payment has been made. This is the payment summary window, just letting you see the payments you just made. If you have more bills to pay, you can choose this option, or you can say done. You also have in the middle of it an option to print a bill payment stub. You would print that if you wanted to send a check and maybe a stub with it. There's your print or email now options. I'm going to click on done. And let's see if it's in our register. I'm going over to the check register here on the right. I'm going to use my checking account because that's the bank account I paid this from. And here is your payment for CU Electric. You'll see that it says bill payment. It does not say check. That's how you know you did this correctly, that you actually entered a bill and then you made a bill payment to pay this bill. I do want to show you one other way that you can pay your bills, especially if you have a lot of them. This might be a little quicker for you. Notice I have the Vendor Center opened on the left here. In the Vendor Center, you're going to see this button that says Bill Tracker. This will let you see all of the expenses you have related to a particular customer or job, or even if they're just for the office, you can see all of that here. Notice some of these are purchase orders, some of these are bills that have been entered. And at the top, it gives you some totals. Here's the total of your 10 purchase orders, any open bills. If you want to see if any of these are overdue, you can look here. And you can also see the total that were paid in the last 30 days. Now you'll notice that if you've got a purchase order, you can convert it to a bill. We will be talking about purchase orders over in Module 6. Also notice if you have a bill that there's an option to pay that bill. All you would have to do is check the box all the way to the left of that bill. And then you'll see it says pay bill here. You can also copy or print that bill if you wanted to. You also have options to copy or print that bill. But when you're ready to pay it, just come down here where it says batch actions and then choose pay bills. You'll see this is your pay bills window that appears. You can actually click on that bill if it's not already chosen. If you have another one you want to add to that. Since there's another one for Perry Windows, I'll go ahead and check that one as well. And then all of the options we just talked about are right here in this window. Once you've made your choices, you can pay your selected bills. Now that payment is in the register as well as the one we did a few moments ago. I'm going to choose Done, and that's how you pay your bills in QuickBooks. Now that you know how to pay your bills, let's go ahead and move over into video number 6, and we're going to look at how to set up credits that your vendor has given you towards a bill.